Today's family day, and decided to go to Target to get a few things for tour before we leave on Monday. And I'm gonna just tell you guys my story of how I got into the Blue Devils, and it's all because of this lady right here. So tell them like how I started drumming and stuff.
How you started drumming? You've always drummed. When you were a baby, you were always like to beat on your car seat with your fingers, and you would cry in the car, and you would pull over into like McDonald's or Burger King and ask for some straws. So we had 2 straws. You'd be happy, and you always like to beat on something. And then you went to the kitchen table when you got a little bit older. You used to always beat on the table with your knives, your forks, and you wore like little rivets into the table. So your grandma and your grandpa decided to buy you a drum set, and you were what? I think you were probably about, must have been about 1, because we're still living in another house. So yeah, you were about 1, and you played on that little Mickey Mouse drum set so much that you tore it up. So then we ended up getting you one of the little junior drum sets, and you played on that for a long time. And then I think you were about 4. You had broke one of the heads on your drum set, and so we had one over to Skip's Music to get you another head, and you saw the full-size drum set, and you didn't even want a head. You just, I don't want that, I want that, I want one of those. And I was like, I think it's too big for you, so we got you one for Christmas, and been drumming ever since. And then I think when you were about, I forgot,
6?
About 6, they had a commercial on TV for the Moonlight Classic show, and I took you to that show, and you saw the C-Corps. And you wanted to do C-Corps, and so I had to ask around and find out where the C-Corps came from, because at that time I didn't know anything about drum corps. And so I went to one of the local music stores in town and asked them about it, and they told me how to get in touch with the Blue Devils. And so I think Monday was the manager at the time when we were 6, and I told him where we lived, and he was like, oh no, he goes, Blue Devils, C-Corps is for the Contra Costa kids, you live too far. And so I just kept bugging him, and finally he just let you in. And you've been in ever since. So you've been in since you were 6 years old. And you drum all the time.
She would drive an hour and a half on school nights just for me to
every
be.
Thursday we used to take an hour and a half drive and a 2-hour practice and another hour and a half drive home. Had a little night light and
do my homework.
Do your homework in the car. And
I was the only kid from out of the area.
And you're the only kid I think of for a long time. When they used to announce the corps, they would say, oh, the kid from Costa County and 1 Stanislaus. That's what they would announce on the PA. But you've been doing it ever since.
Yep. All because of you.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Do anything for you.
It's my age out. How do you feel about that?
I guess my pockets will be fatter because I don't have to spend so much money.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mom.
You're